told you you were beautiful. Would you date me on the regular? Tell me, would you? Well, baby, I've been around the world, but I ain't seen myself another girl like you. Just don't say it's love. You know it ain't sweet enough. Just don't say it's love. I've heard this shit too.
What's up? Weird way to start a video, I know, but we are on attempt 2 of trying to get these tape-ins in full placement correct, looking right, and that's what we're doing today. I had some help getting them in. I thought that was gonna make it quicker, which it did make it quicker, but I'm much more of a perfectionist. So I'm going to basically spend the day. Majority of the videos that I watched said it only took like an hour and a half to put these in, but I know I am much more anal than that, so I feel like this is going to be a day-long process. So yeah, I took the tape-ins out. I used the oil method to take them out. I used this oil, and it took a little bit of, like, you know, rubbing or whatever to loosen up the adhesive, but they did come out. But now all my my pieces are oily, so I had to wash them out. Well, I really just rinsed them, and clearly I did not do a good enough job rinsing them because I can definitely still feel the oil on them. So now I'm going back through the ones that I took out, putting them back in the lengths that I need. So I'm separating them out down here, which you can't see. I got my mirror set up so I can see the back of my head, so we can get into that. But I'm trying to get the residual oil off of these, separate them into lengths, re-straighten my hair a little bit, and then try to put some adhesive back on some of these and try again. So here we are. This is what will be. A lot of this will probably be in like sped up until I get into a groove and I really feel like I can talk about what I'm doing, because right now I'm really just trying to figure this shit out. So stay with me on the journey. Hopefully we'll look like something when we're done. And I might give myself a trim. We're gonna try, because this ain't it, baby. Here we go. All right, let's try to get into this. It won't be a great tutorial because, like I said, I was just trying to figure this out. So here we go. First, I started by trying to get some more of the oil off of my old pieces. Wasn't really working, so I just moved on to start parting my hair. And I started in a horseshoe shape to get the back together. And I thought I had enough hair left out so that I would be able to pull this up in a ponytail and not be seen. After I finished, I saw that I was not. So another reason I ended up taking this down. But I parted my hair, started in a U shape, and I tried to lay the pieces close together because I thought that is what was going to make it fuller. In the end, I just don't know placement right because it still felt very thin to me. But I lay them all in, and then I will put a layer of hair over the tracks to cover it, and then start the same part and placement process again, going around my head. And I just repeated that over and over. You honestly don't need a flat iron to install the hair. You just needed to style it. I got a better, more secure hold when I just put the two pieces together and pressed them together with my fingers. As you can see, I started to later do. And the only reason I used my flat iron was to straighten the hair to see if it was blending well with my natural hair. So I just kept doing this process, working up my head. And then when I got to the front, it took a little bit more maneuvering to make sure the placement was right. But overall, I still felt like it was very thin. And I don't know how much closer I could have laid these pieces together to get the fullness that I was looking for. And that's why they say this style is meant for a professional. It was very difficult to try to get the placement right and get my parts right. I had 3 mirrors, 1 in front of me and 2 behind me to see the back of my head, both sides of the back of my head. And I just tried as best I could, y'all. So here I am taking my newest bundle and I'm cutting those pieces into tape-ins. Another suggestion is to actually use tape-ins. You can make your own tape-ins by getting a bundle of hair and creating it. But I think an actual like pre-made tape-in, it lays a lot flatter because the weft on bundle hair is kind of thick. So it worked, but I feel like I would have had an even more seamless blend. It probably would have felt better, would have been easier to maneuver the pieces, the tapes up and down if it was a smaller, thinner piece. So that is also my suggestion. You can make them, which I did. This hair, it was okay. It colored well, but it wasn't giving me all that I needed. Started as a textured kinky straight hair and really just went to Brazilian. It felt very thin, whatever. But I'll link that down in the description if you would like to try it yourself. But I definitely say just use pre-made tape-ins. They're probably a little bit more costly, but I think you will like your style better. So I just keep on with the same steps, repeating with the placing the tapes, flattening my hair, blending my hair, and I will come back when I'm on a close-up so you can see more closely how you actually install the tape in. It's actually really simple to put in, just takes some time and very difficult to do on your own. So now I'm going to give you a close-up of how to install the tape in. Here I'm just checking it out. From the look, it looks pretty good. But in real life, the feel, it just felt like it was thin. Like there was no hair, it was not full enough. And I just don't know where else I could have laid some tapes to make it look thicker, fuller. I did in the end, but it still was not giving. But here is how you install it. You find a section where you're wanting to lay your tape. Make sure if you're putting it near the front of your head that it's not too close. So when you do want to put your hair up, it's not in the way. But what I did and found the easiest for me was to part the hair where I needed it, lay the tape on top of it where I planned on laying that, and then I lifted it up, and the adhesive picked up the amount of hair that would properly stick to that tape, and I just cleared out the rest that did not grab on by the adhesive with my comb, and then I laid the other tape on top and sandwiched it in between. I saw a lot of videos where they would take the section of hair, of the natural hair, lift it up, lay the tape on the bottom about 1/4 or 1/2 inch away from your natural hairline, from your scalp, so that you could lift the tape up and down. But like I said, which was easiest for me doing it on my own, was to lay the tape on top first, and it would grab the amount of hair that would successfully fit in between the two tapes. Easier to see, easier to place, and I could actually get it the appropriate amount away from my scalp and not too far away, because I felt like it was harder to pick up the hair and lay it under. Either I would lay the tape too close to my scalp or too far away. So I just found laying it on top was the easiest, doing it on myself. So like I said, once you get the two tapes, you just press them together. You don't even need a flat iron to like seal that in. I just used the tape, or the flat iron, I'm sorry, to straighten the hair, and I was good to go. So if you had a natural texture, this would be a even more quick install, because you could just blend it with your natural hair and you wouldn't have to do any additional styling. So just tape on the hair to make it a little bit fuller and style as you see fit. So tape-ins are great. I do want to try them again, but I think I'm going to try getting them professionally done, because I don't know if it's my hair is too thin, I don't get my placement right, I don't know what, but I'm gonna keep going and show you guys the final results that I got and my takedown and what I decided to do with my hair, since this did not work out after 2 attempts. This was literally an 8-hour process, maybe more. I had to take breaks and chill because I was getting frustrated and it just was not coming out. But we saw it through. It didn't work, but we saw it through. So the front was probably the trickiest for me. trying to figure out how closely to your forehead or to your edges you can lay it to get the fullness that you're wanting, but not too close to that when you put it up or move it or try to style it that your tapes are showing. So that was the hardest part for me. And I think that's where the majority of the style was lacking. I couldn't get the face part as full as I needed. I couldn't get any of it as full as I needed, but especially the front is where, you know, the majority of the attention is going to go first, and that was not sitting right with me. So I was feeling very much defeated at this point, but still pushing on through. So yeah, just take your time. If you still want to try these at home, take your time. Watch 1,000,002 videos, watch a whole bunch of placement videos to just try to get it situated. I thought I did my due diligence, and I think I did a pretty good job overall, but this is definitely a tricky style to complete and install on your own. Don't let the videos fool you. They be like, oh, it's so easy. No, it's not. No, it's not. So since I had to wash my hair again, I feel like it took some of the color away of my dye job. It was looking a lot more copper before. So this blend was frustrating me. I feel like you can see it in my face. I was definitely just getting very frustrated. But the blend was okay after the fact. But looking at it here in the camera, it just reassures me that, yeah, I was really not feeling it. I was trying to make it work, but it was just not getting it for me. And I just keep touching and playing with it, trying to figure out where I can lay another piece, where I can lay another tape. As you can see in the front, I'm trying to figure out, like, oh, if I tuck it behind the ear, it looks okay. But if I wear it forward, it looks too thin. You can see enough hair is not coming forward enough. You can see the gaps in the bottom middle part. It was just a lot of touching and playing and looking and trying to figure it out. And I just could not find a solution that was making me happy. Perfect example, I need to lay a piece right there, but as you can see, it's too close to my forehead and it's too close to another tape. So I try to lay it anyway, but I end up going back hours later and taking this out because it was just too close. I'm playing with it. I'm trying to make myself like it. I'm trying to figure out what else I can do. But at the end of the day, it was still just not giving. I'm really trying to make it work. I'm really trying to make myself like it. So I'm like, girl, you done sat here and did all this work. You better wear it. But knowing me, yeah, no. If I don't like it, I'm going to take it down. I don't care how much work I done put in. If I don't like it, it's coming down. Okay, so I have them in. This is what it's giving right now. It feels very thin to me. And I feel like I put like 1,000,000 in. Maybe I'm just used to wigs. Maybe I'm just used to a certain density. I don't know, but like I have hair, but I don't, like on this side, I put it too close. So I'm not gonna be able to do that because I don't have enough hair left out. So yeah, that's great. This side is a little better, but not really. So placement is most definitely key. I should have left a lot more leave out, and I think that would have helped me with my placement. I don't know. Like, it's okay. but I don't even feel like with styling it's gonna give me what I need. It's just thin. Like, I can do a low pony, and I didn't leave enough hair out in the back either, so I really just can't lift it up, which was one of the reasons I wanted it. But like, it looks okay. I don't know, I'm about to cut it because I wasn't trying to keep the length anyway, because the ends are very thin. Absolutely hate it. So I'm gonna cut it, style it, and then see how I feel. I don't know how long I'm gonna keep these in because I don't know if I like it. Nice and natural like that. It's like light, barely feels like anything's on my head. Maybe that's why I'm just not. I had to wash my hair again, so the color doesn't blend as great, even though like on Saturday it's still very much orange, so maybe this was the best the blending was gonna get. I mean, at least it like lays with it and doesn't look like a completely different texture, but that, not cute. So anyway, let's just trim it, see what it's gonna do after I style it. So I'm gonna just go ahead and end it here because I don't like it. I'm gonna insert my clip, if not before this, maybe right here. I'm just gonna insert it. These are my initial thoughts. I hate them. I hate it. It feels thin. I didn't lay shit right, so I can't even like put it up without you seeing shit. In the front, in the back, in the side, everywhere. I don't like it in the middle part. I don't like it in the side part. My hair is breaking off, so I hate it. And I want to take them all out. All right, we're back. I sat with it some more after I made that. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. I think because I washed my hair, it washed out more of the color than I thought. So it's not blending. My hair looks very, very dry. This hair is a very, very thin, like, I don't even have to wiggle it just straight through. I hate it. I'm probably still going to edit and post all of this. I am going to edit and post all of this because it was a fail. I'm about to put some oil in my head and let it be a hot oil treatment and soak these mugs out because I hate it. I hate it, and now I don't know what I'm going to do with my hair. I done talked so much about these damn tape-ins, and I hate it. This is a service that I will definitely need to pay someone to do. This is not the DIY at home shit. This is it's not giving what needs to be gave. And the girls that be getting the tape-ins, they be giving what need to be gave. This is not. So, my advice, get a professional. This ain't the do-it-at-home style. There are a lot of do-it-at-home styles. This ain't one. Well, not for me anyway. So you still want to attempt, take note, and go for it. I wish you luck. It's not giving for me. And yeah, that's really all I got because I got to get this out of my head now. I just keep looking at it and I keep hating it. I'm just getting more and more upset that I just spent my whole entire day doing it and I hate it. I hate it so much. It's giving sewing with a leave out. It's giving a little fuller. Bling game is okay. But we made some shit with the DIY tapings. I'll take it for round one. Light and airy. We love it. Breathable scalp. Can pull it up a little. I know we'll have to do a little bit of finessing, some bobby pins and shit, but we could do it. Okay, looking more like something. We'll take it. For a couple weeks anyway, we'll take it. We've learned some things. We'll take it. Y'all want to know something crazy? I woke up and I hate my hair again. Ah! I'm about to take it out. I hate it. I can't. I tried, slept on it, maneuvered, tweaked it, still hate it. Hello, good people. We just gonna do a whole bunch of inserts because the way I am with my hair, we never know what's about to happen. But I put the tape-ins in. I didn't like it. I sat with them for a couple hours. I finessed around with it, trying to like it. I liked it by the time I went to sleep. I woke up this morning. I didn't like it anymore. Been playing with it again. It's been a couple hours. And we're just not liking it. So I'm putting this oil in my head. And we're about to let it sit and soak. And these are going to come out. Because, yeah, I don't have time. And I actually feel like my natural hair slicked back with my little edges done looks better than this. More easy for me to manage with my workouts. And I feel like I might have installed these wrong because when I flex them up and down, some of them get on my nerves. So that means they're too close to my scalp. So we just gonna stick with my initial thought, and that's to get these done by a professional. It's all about the placement. It's hard to see. It's hard to get it right. Make sure they're in line. That hair isn't in between. So, you know, just get it done by a professional. But I'm just about to sit with this oil in my head and let it just seep through all this adhesive. And then I might try to find a new life for these bundles because I can't just let them go to waste. But they were not giving for this. Like, I feel like you can see them everywhere. I don't like that. It doesn't lay down flat. The blend is mediocre at best. So yeah, sticking with my initial thoughts, get your tape-ins done professionally. I do feel a moment coming on because these get on my nerves already. So I did the oil method and it does work, but I was just so tired of these being in my hair and messing with them, and I was just trying to figure out what to do next. I decided to put the oil in my head, put a bag on my head, let it sit for a minute. It wasn't coming out quick enough. So then I used this broken foot bath that I have, and I put oil and water in that and just let my head soak for a minute. And they did end up coming out a little bit easier. Still took forever, but I just wanted them out my head. And I was like, what is going to be the quickest way to get them out, Lord? What is going to be the quickest way? So this is what I ended up doing. And I ended up just throwing them away because I'm like, what am I about to do with all these little thin pieces of hair? I'm not going to do these tape-ins again. I'm not going to use these for another tape-in because I don't feel like they're thick enough, the right texture, anything. So ended up throwing the hair away. But we made a quick weave wig, and I'll show y'all that in a second. Okay. We'll take it. She had to leave out who knows how long. It feels so weird. But came out kind of cute. Okay. So this is what I call a quick weave wig. I made it with a hot glue gun. It's some $10 bundles. Don't even have no bobby pins, nothing on this mug right now. I just sat it on my head, figure it out. But yeah, I might pop in tomorrow with a middle part. You never know. but we love it. Yeah.